Imagine a time over 2,000 years ago, in a land we now call China. Powerful emperors ruled vast kingdoms, but their peace was constantly threatened. From the vast open plains of the north, fierce nomadic tribes would sweep down, raiding villages and cities, leaving fear and uncertainty in their wake. This was a persistent problem, a thorn in the side of an otherwise mighty empire. How could they protect their people, their culture, their very way of life? One emperor, a man of immense power and vision, decided on a solution so audacious, so grand, it would echo through the millennia. His name was Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China. He decreed that a wall would be built, not just any wall, but a colossal barrier, a stone serpent that would stretch across the entire northern frontier of his empire. This was the birth of an idea that would become one of humanity's greatest achievements, the Great Wall. The order was given, and a monumental task began. An army of people was mobilized. It wasn't just soldiers, it was farmers, common laborers, artisans, and even prisoners. Hundreds of thousands of people from all corners of the empire were brought together for this single, colossal purpose. Imagine the scene. A human river of workers, swarming over the rugged landscape. Day and night, under the scorching sun and through freezing nights, the work never stopped. The logistics were staggering. This wasn't a flat, easy terrain. The wall had to traverse towering mountains, cross treacherous deserts, and span wide, flowing rivers. There were no modern cranes, no power tools. Everything was done by hand, with sheer human muscle and ingenuity. Workers quarried massive stones from the mountainsides, shaping them with simple tools. They baked countless bricks in makeshift kilns. Then came the hardest part, transport. They carried these heavy stones and bricks on their backs, in baskets or on primitive wheelbarrows, inching their way up steep, winding paths. It was a testament to raw human endurance. Slowly, painstakingly, the wall began to take shape. It wasn't a straight line, but a living structure, hugging the contours of the land. It climbed the highest peaks and dipped into the deepest valleys, winding and twisting for thousands upon thousands of kilometers. From a distance, it looked like a mighty dragon, its scaly back slumbering across the green and yellow hills of northern China. This image of a dragon became deeply symbolic, representing the power and protective spirit of the empire. But the wall was more than just a physical barrier. It was a sophisticated defense system. At regular intervals, tall watchtowers were built, rising high above the main wall. These were the eyes of the empire. From these vantage points, guards kept a constant vigil, scanning the horizon for any sign of an approaching enemy. If they spotted a threat, they had a brilliant and simple communication system. During the day, they would light a fire to create a column of smoke. At night, they would use the bright flame itself. This signal would be seen by the next tower, which would then light its own beacon, and so on. In this way, a message could travel hundreds of kilometers in just a few hours, alerting the army and giving them time to prepare for an attack. It was the internet of the ancient world, powered by fire and sight. It is a common misconception that the Great Wall we see today was built all at once by Emperor Qin. The truth is, the wall is a project that spanned centuries, even millennia. After Qin Shi Huang's dynasty fell, subsequent dynasties like the Han, the Ming, and others continued the work. They didn't just repair the old sections, they added new ones, fortified weak points, and extended the wall even further. Each dynasty left its mark, using different materials and building techniques. The most well-preserved and famous sections we see today, especially those near Beijing, were largely built during the Ming dynasty, more than 1/500 years after Qin's initial construction. So, the Great Wall is not a single entity, but a mosaic of historical efforts, a collective project of the Chinese people over many generations. For centuries, the wall served its purpose. It was a formidable obstacle that made large-scale invasions difficult. It controlled trade along the Silk Road, allowing emperors to tax goods and regulate who came in and out of the empire. It was a clear line in the sand, separating the settled agricultural civilization of China from the nomadic cultures of the steppes. It was a symbol of strength, a projection of power that was understood by all. Now, let's fast forward to our time. What has become of this ancient marvel? Today, the Great Wall of China is one of the most iconic and recognizable landmarks on the planet. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, visited by millions of tourists and dignitaries from every corner of the globe who come to walk on its stones and feel the weight of history beneath their feet. There's a popular saying that the Great Wall can be seen from space with the naked eye. While that's mostly a myth, it's too narrow to be visible without aid. It speaks to the incredible scale and fame of the structure. It has captured the human imagination like few other things. More than just a tourist attraction, the Great Wall stands as a profound symbol. It reminds us of what humanity is capable of when we come together for a common cause. It's a monument to determination, perseverance, and sacrifice. When you stand on that wall and look out at the vast, rolling landscape, you can't help but feel a connection to the millions of people who toiled to build it. You can almost hear the echoes of their footsteps, their shouts, their struggles. They left behind more than just a wall. They left a story written in stone, a story of protecting one's home and culture, a story of creating one of history's greatest and most enduring wonders. It's a legacy that continues to inspire awe and wonder in all who see it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through history. If you enjoyed learning about the Great Wall, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more stories about the amazing wonders of our world. We'll see you in the next one.